Good morning. Good morning to each of you. I am Dr. Corrine Johnson, and I would like to welcome each of you on this morning to Grace for Today 5-Minute Devotional. This is the space where we gather each morning to jumpstart our day with inspiration, encouragement, and the grace we need to move forward. And so on this morning, our subject is going to be important versus necessary. And our key scripture is going to be coming from Luke chapter 10, verses 41 through 42. And it says, "Dear Martha, you are worried and upset over all these details. There is only one thing worth being concerned about. Mary has discovered it, and it will not be taken away from her." And so, just because something is good doesn't always mean it is best. Do you ever fill your life with so many things that you deem to think that are good things, but they're really not good things? Because if those things have you distracted, then they're not the will of God for your life. And sometimes good things could be devotion to your family. It could be church. It could be a career. It could be doing things in the community, that you neglect your relationship with God because of these things. And so we shouldn't let the gifts become more than the one who gives them. To fulfill God's destiny for your life, you actually don't have to do more. You probably need to do less. Take Jesus's friends, Martha and Mary, for an example. One day they invited Jesus over to their house for dinner. Mary spent her evening listening to Jesus. But Martha, on the other hand, was busy with hosting and worrying about the food and the countless other details. And so Martha got upset because she was doing all the work while her sister sat with Jesus. That's when Jesus gently corrected Martha. He said, "My dear Martha, I see your hard work and I appreciate it, but it's distracting you from what I want most, and that's your attention." He told her, he said, all of your work is keeping you from what you need most, and that is to sit at my feet and learn of me. And so an honest look at both Mary and Martha reveals two great attributes: Martha's organized nature and Mary's relational nature. Martha's devoted service and Mary's devoted heart. It's not a matter of wrong versus right, but it's a matter this morning of important versus necessary. So when your life is over, there's only one thing that's going to really matter. Did you get to know the Son of God? It doesn't matter how devoted you were to your family, even though that is important. It doesn't matter how much you go to church. It doesn't matter how great your career has been. When you get before the Lord, he's going to ask you, did you get to know the Son of God? And that is really what's important versus necessary. And so on this morning, we certainly thank God for each of you for tuning in and joining with us for Grace for Today 5-Minute Devotional. And it is my prayer that as you go forth on today, that you go forth and have a blessed day.